I believe we need to go all the way over to the furnace, which is over here. And as you can see, there's an ice beam door, and whenever you see like one of these rods sticking out on the left there, that means that there's a place that you can use Morph Ball. And in that room specifically, there is an area that splits in two. The first time you go through Chozo Ruins, you can go in there and get an energy tank. And the same... I thought I... Oh. I try to get rid of these before I get up here. But as I was saying, the other passageway requires the spider ball, which we now have. So this actually is the correct way to go. And as I'm sure you guys noticed, if you play the game, you'll see that there are a lot of areas that use spider ball that you can't get to, like this room for instance. What you do is you use this fountain and it's going to shoot you up. And this... Actually, do I have that right? I obviously don't know what I'm doing. Well, this just gets you a missile expansion. Okay. So that's optional. We want to get over to the furnace, so okay. Still kind of have a long way. I really hope I'm not too boring with these videos. I tend to not really know what to talk about, and I'm sure with time that will change. Doing more of these commentary videos. But I feel like I've seen so many Let's Play videos that they just talk throughout the whole thing, and they don't let you take any of the game in, really. And it's almost like you might as well just listen to them talk and not watch the gameplay. Because sometimes they'll talk over cutscenes, and that's something that I'm going to make sure I don't do. Metroid Prime specifically doesn't have any cutscenes, I don't think. Prime 2 has some, and then Prime 3 is very story-driven, and it's got a lot of dialogue, so... I always get confused when I shoot these things. If any of you guys ever played Prime Hunters, you'll know that they leave behind a gas when you shoot those. I forget what they're called. Something sack. They'll leave behind a poisonous gas that if you walk in, it'll damage you. And so I think that's in this game too, but it's actually different. It's a different mechanic the way those organisms work. And don't forget, you can always blow these things up. I mean, in this room, it's almost like too much work. You might as well just shoot them once. Now this is the area I was talking about before, so instead of going through that other entry hole, you're going to go up the... Oh, and also you need to boost across this, and this is a lot easier on the Wii version because you can just shake the remote to hop. But if you're on the GameCube version, you have to use bombs. And you have to do that fairly quickly, so... this guy will get you a new scan if you've never been in this room. And as you guys have probably noticed, I've been skipping these. It's because I've already scanned them. I have 100% scans in this file. I actually think I'm playing on easy right now. I like to save hyper mode for my last playthrough. Just because I've played these games so much that I enjoy the challenge of hyper mode. So here we are in the Crossway. I always enjoy the environments in this game. They're very atmospheric. I think this is how you do this. I believe there's a magnetic rail up there. Oh. Oh, you have to turn on the switch first. That's right. How do you... Okay. But as I was saying, the atmosphere of these rooms is really nice because as soon as you walk into this room, the music changes. It's much more mysterious, and I think everything about the Chozo Ruins is very desolate, but it's interesting to see the signs of life that existed before Samus got here. I remember this lore especially was really cool. I think this one talks about how that they foresaw Samus coming. They had a vision of a woman in armor that was going to save everyone. And that's exactly what we're doing. Unfortunately, at this point, we still don't know what Phazon is and what it's capable of, or even really what happened on this planet. I think this is just to get the missile upgrade. I don't think you actually have to do this. And so we proceed. They almost sound like mice or something. These things, by the way, if you walk into them, they explode. And in groups, they can actually kill you. If you don't have enough energy. They can take out multiple tanks at a time. This is actually one of my favorite rooms. Oh, I was right. Chozo Ghost. You mean to tell me that I have to fight this thing without the X-ray visor? The way these things work, if you scan them, it'll tell you that all of the elements of nature won't affect it. That seemed really easy. So you have to use the power beam when you fight those things, and I recommend super missiles. I believe on normal difficulty you have to use 3 super missiles. So they can actually become quite difficult opponents, especially without the X-ray visor. They phase in and out of space, I suppose, and they become invisible. And if any of you have played Metroid Zero Mission, you'll notice that this song is actually the same song that plays, I think, every time you use one of the Chozo statues, like when it's showing you where your next item is, it'll play this song. And it also plays it at the very end, right before she gets her fully upgraded power suit and her 3 unknown items unlock or whatever. So I thought it was really cool that they related those two, because this room also explains a little bit about the past of Chozo and Samus and all that stuff. And this will just turn off that window, so if you want to jump out next time instead of using the morph ball, that's what you do. So, I don't think I used, oh no, I did, okay. So, we'll come back to that room when we have the ice beam and the plasma beam, because that'll get us, I think one of the things is an artifact, and then another is an energy tank. In this area, you have to drain the bottom. And the names of those materials, like telluric alloy or whatever, that's just a keyword to look for when you're using your different weapons for breaking stuff. Like telluric alloy is always a bomb. Brinstar or Brimstone is missiles, I think, but they're just keywords. I believe that leads to an elevator. I don't think we want to go down there yet. Oh, I actually think the ice beam's right here. Yep. Perfect.